say a heart that is broken, make it over again.
Now, when Lazarus got sicker and sicker and them standing, oh, how discouraged. Sent for the pastor to come pray for him. They'd left the church, they'd left everything to follow this man, this divine healer, and no hope of him coming. He just went on, ignored the message. What a dark hour. Then the first thing you know, death struck, killed Lazarus, took him out and buried him. The first day passed, oh my, how dark. Second day passed, dark. Third day, fourth day, all hope was gone. He's already rotting in the grave. And the skin worms was going through him. All hope was gone everywhere. Discouraged. Their pastor had let them down. Their loved ones, the miracle worker, had let them down. Didn't come to the rescue. And there was Marrion and Martha, left alone. Mother and father gone, now just them two girls left alone in the world. Someone come along to encourage them. They sat in sackcloth, black veils, weeping and mourning over their brothers. And now, in the very darkest of hours, then Jesus came along. That's just the way he does it. Amen. Brother, it may be your darkest of hour right now, but Jesus comes along just at the darkest of hour. When I think of it, it's the darkest hour the woman's her blood is she'd ever seen. She spent all her money. Then Jesus comes along. It's the darkest hour its life had ever seen. Who was all the way dead. Then Jesus came along. It's the darkest hour that Peter and the apostles had ever seen on the sea. Looked like he was going to drown. Then Jesus came along. Oh, brother, it was the darkest hour I ever seen 2 years ago at Mayo's Clinic when the best of the doctors walked in and said, Reverend Branham, you're hopeless. You'll never get over. You're finished your life. The darkest hour I ever seen, then Jesus came along. Oh, my. Oh, how I love him. Yes, sir. How I think of him, how he's done for me. I think
then, when the darkest hours that little family had ever seen, excommunicated from their church, degraded in the societies of their church, their friend that they had put so much confidence in had failed them seemingly, and all hopes is gone. Lazarus was dead and buried 4 days. Corruption sets in 72 hours, 3 days. Perhaps his nose had already fallen in on his face. That's the first thing that takes place, the nose. It turns and falls in. And the skin worms had set into his body. And then it's just at that great strategic moment when the darkest hour they had ever seen, then Jesus came by.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just like him to do that. He comes in that darkest moment. Jesus came by. Sometimes in the dark hours, then Jesus comes. It was the darkest hour that the Hebrew children had ever seen. One morning when the king had heated the furnace 7 times hotter than it ever was hot. The darkest hour those fellows had ever seen. And then Jesus come riding in on the waves of heaven and cooled the breeze from them. It was the darkest hour perhaps a woman with a blood issue had ever seen. She had spent all her living. Maybe the mortgage is gone on the farm and so forth. That none of the physicians could heal her. And it's the darkest hour she ever seen. But then Jesus come along. That's right, just in time. The man who had been carried and laid by the pool of Bethesda, by the waters, and he had been sick for 38 years. No one could help him, and he lay on a pallet, helpless. It was probably his darkest hour. Then Jesus came along and helped him.
If you feel no one can help you, then and your life is out of hand, I tell you, I